welcome to the first ObscureNick Live and everything. Everyone, I'm literally learning on the spot. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tez. Thank you so much for helping. Shout out to Tez for helping me with this and going live and everything. This looks really good. I'm looking at the chat on my phone while I'm also looking here so I can keep up with you guys. Hi, I've got words and stuff. Um, that is so good. Welcome, welcome. We'll just let everyone come in and everything. So today we're gonna just really go. First of all, apologies if you hear any noise, but I think this room is soundproof and stuff. Um, Hi Zero Affinity, welcome. Hi Jamie Marshall, welcome. There's some people that I see like familiar profile pictures as well too. We're just gonna give everyone like a few minutes to come in and everything, but the whole basis of this live is to pretty much just get set up. I think a lot of the content I'm going to do on this channel going forward is going to be through live, so we can all discuss the topics we're doing deeper, and we can all be having the conversation together rather than just me having the conversation alone and stuff, which I do my own deep dive alone, but I also appreciate the audience interaction and stuff because it's it's important to hear what you guys are saying in case I've missed anything that's very important, or in case you guys point something out that might lead to a point further and stuff. You don't hear any background noise? I'm good. Okay, perfect. You guys can hear me fine and everything. I'm using these wireless microphones that I got recently that I use for recording on like an iPhone and stuff. So, yeah, we need yeah, we need to get a countdown with more layers for the next one, but it's okay. I just wanted to like really come on here and learn what a live is, and I'm gonna figure this out more and more the more we do it, and I'm gonna try to do one at least once a week and stuff. Hi, Karma Sarma 755. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome. Um, yeah, so I'm really excited about this and everything. There is a lot of things that have been going on in the news lately and everything. We're going to talk about Daveigh Chase, of course, the Lilo and Stitch voice actress that passed away recently, and we're going to deep dive into that a bit further and stuff. And for the next hour, we're going to do about an hour, possibly an hour and a half live stream today. I would like to cover the basis within an hour's time period and everything. And, you know, it's going to be very stop and start and everything with that. And I also find this much something I want to mention about doing a live, because a lot of the content I do and a lot of the things we touch on here, we have to really like dive in. And I spend like thousands of hours of research. I swear to God, I'm not even joking you. Like, I really go into this content learning it like an encyclopedia. And I think anyone that's a content creator in this sphere, Tez would know this as well, is that, um, you know, you are spending hours and hours and hours researching this stuff. I'm not someone that's just gonna read the article and not give you what I'm thinking, and like I'm gonna be like I'm the type of person that thinks 10 steps ahead, 100 steps ahead even. So that's what I want to do. That's why I think the live is a much more easier place to do that in, rather than compiling a huge video. Even though I don't mind and I'm gonna still do videos and stuff, I really want to compile. um I think this will be an easier way so we can all digest the information and learn it as we go. And there will probably be new things we're going to learn here. So yeah, that's the basis of what I want to do today. And I'm going to make mistakes along the way because this is my first live ever. I'm literally learning this as we speak. So this is all about learning progress and stuff, and just learning how to do a live and to present imagery to you. And I'm feeling really comfortable about this and everything. But first off, the topic at hand that we're gonna talk about Daveigh Chase, but I also wanted to deep dive. I also wanted to ask you guys if you watched the All That retrospective yesterday too. I did a For those who don't know, I've been deep diving Dan Schneider's All That and just like his shows in general. Like I'm also going to be possibly, since I know we did a vote last year on this, that that if I should do Keenan and Kel as well and just do it every one of his shows chronologically speaking. We'll see how far I get with that. I do think with the All That season 3 retrospective I did recently, I feel like I found a balance with stuff. Like we're gonna talk about in that, okay, you have to watch the season 3 retrospective. I did. It's on my channel right now. It's the latest video and everything. And it was a journey. Like I apologize for taking like 2 years on that. It's just really different looking at that content with a different set of eyes, especially post Quiet on Set. Like I feel like it's like the Matrix. Like if we were looking at things a lot differently once we go past Quiet on Set. Like before Quiet on Set, we looked at things differently. Now we look at things a whole lot differently through the new lens of what Quiet on Set presented to us, the good, the bad, the ugly of that. And I have to, it gets so deep with the stuff we talk on this channel that we have to do lighter top. We have to find nuance with it and stuff, and we have to find the good, and we also have to clock things when it's necessary to be clocked. And a lot of Dan Schneider shows, there is a lot of that content that isn't so much kid friendly and stuff. So I really want to talk about that. Karma's Sarma said, do a deep dive and thrive on BBC's kids show Grange Hill. That's a British show, I'm guessing. It blurred it out. I don't know if I was supposed to say that on YouTube, but the UK radio show, UK production company BBC. Hi Caroline Heller, welcome to the chat. Okay, so, and yeah, you're doing great support. Thank you. Yes, it was awesome, was worth the wait. I'm glad to hear that. I'm gonna try to I feel like with the mindset I went in with season 3, and it was more so the second half, I was able to plow through that. So with season 4 of All That, that's a whole new era, but the casting seems to be very, also with season 3 of All That, it was really, there was a lot of cast changes like mid-season and stuff, and at the end of the season we had people leaving and then people coming in like mid-season and stuff, so that made it a little more difficult. And I had to, in season 4 there's not much of that. There is a little of that, but it does feel like a new era, so we'll go through that as well when we get to season 4. And yeah, that's super exciting and stuff. I didn't have a chance to watch it yet. Yeah. Whenever you guys need to watch it and stuff, if if anyone has watched it and has questions regarding that, we can go over that later in the live and everything. But I will say, I've had interactions with Katrina. She was really down to earth and kind woman. Oh yeah, Katrina Johnson from All That. Yeah, she's super nice. Like she's super lovely. She's very light. She's very easy to talk to and stuff. And she's one of those people that's Angelique Bates has said that like she's a real friend, you know? She shows up for you when others wouldn't show up. And yeah, she's very talented. I give her so much credit and stuff. I think she did well with as a child actress. I think she's really underrated for that show, and I think she's honestly one of the strongest performers on that show from what I've seen. So that's really great. And yeah, yes, Amanda Bynes too. And it's really interesting that we're going to be talking about Daveigh Chase, but Amanda Bynes and like season 3 of All That's where the start of Amanda Bynes and everything. And I want to touch on Amanda Bynes a little later too, because of stuff that, if you've seen we posted and everything or not. So I really want to get started on Daveigh Chase, I think now a little bit, and we're gonna dive into this. I want to give a shout out to Sierra Nicole Van. She provided me a lot of these articles, and they might be a little out of order, by the way. But I did read through them beforehand and stuff, and we're gonna be talking about surrounding Daveigh Chase and the death of her and everything, and um, what was going on in her life, and some of the research I want to um, fill you guys in and everything. And with that, and if you guys have information you have to add to this, feel free to type it in the chat and everything, and we'll go over that. I don't think I have too many people in this chat right now, so it's like I can pretty much manage the chat to go along with you guys. So that's totally great and everything. And yeah, so Daveigh Chase is the voice actress of Lilo and Stitch. She was in several other films as well, but she was mostly part of the Lilo and Stitch franchise for Disney, the Disney Channel, and everything. She was the voice of Lilo. And she passed away recently, which was extremely shocking because she was only 36 at the time, 36 years old. And it was really unexpectedly. This was not on my radar personally and everything, because it's like it wasn't on a lot of people's radar. Daveigh Chase was not on a lot of people's radar in a lot of ways, because I want to say that it's very different with these voice actresses versus these on-screen people that we talk about a lot, like Amanda Bynes and stuff. But these voice actors that are on these shows and kids shows and just voice actors in animation in general, 9 out of 10 times we don't know how they look. We don't know how they look and everything. So we're not really thinking of them in that light and anything. And I want to say that it's really tragic, and I see a lot of you guys saying like it's very similar to Kiana Underwood's. Yes, it very well is. What's more shocking about this is that the thing is with Daveigh Chase is that she was she was in she was here for 10 years. She was doing this for about 10 she was gone off the radar for 10 years. And which is really really which is a major so tragic that nobody caught it. And it's like she was homeless too, is what we're learning from all these articles we said. And the thing is, she's a voice actress, so you don't know necessarily. I don't think she was someone that would be recognized in public. With Kiana Underwood, we recognized her in public, is the difference in everything. And I feel so that's why there's no video of her being in the streets, because you wouldn't even know, I don't think, to really we've seen her at like press. She was in a number of things. However, most of that was not as big as like Lilo and Stitch per se, if you know what I mean. So, it's really, so with Kiana Underwood, we knew she was homeless. I reported on that back in 2022, 2023. Someone on TikTok posted that, and I wanted to bring awareness to that. And also with the Ned's Declassified actor too, Tyron Chase, he was people recognize him because, again, he's an on-screen actor. Daveigh Chase, nobody knew. Nobody knew. There was no report on that. The manager of Daveigh Chase said that they were going to do a Finding Lilo documentary. But I feel like in this day of, I'm going to say something I'm going to just give you my hot take on that. And I'm not going to, we don't know all the ins and outs totally here. It's a very vague situation. But if you were doing a documentary called Finding Lilo and you knew all this information about Daveigh Chase already and you were going to put this information out about Daveigh Chase anyway, I feel I feel like why didn't anyone like reach out to any of these pages online, especially since there are so many activist pages on here. My page is one where I've let people come to me anonymously to say something corrupt is happening around this person, and I've had people come anonymously and they wanted to get the message out there. And that's the most frustrating part is like could have things been differently if we knew and we had awareness of this? And the fact that people around Daveigh Chase knew but didn't and were looking for her and didn't ask the public. And I'm like, if you were looking for her anyway and you were going to do a whole documentary about this, then why not just ask like the public? We don't Why not just go to the press, go to the media, even if it's alternative media like ObscureNick or any of pages that are similar to mine. Like we would definitely cover it and we definitely would put a spotlight on it for sure and stuff. So I'm not trying to like it's a very sensitive situation, but if you just I'm just saying like the fact that there was a documentary attached to this that people are going to profit off of someone's misery kind of, and they know something that sick is happening behind the scenes. I'm just saying there's just an ick factor about that. So it feels very chaotic every day that we're learning about this, every new thing I've learned about this. What was reported about Daveigh Chase is that she passed away from AIDS. And in this day and age, anyone that has that disease can get treated in some sort of way. So she must have been suffering with something for a while, and she was apparently living with her boyfriend, which we're going to get into him a little bit. I have some articles I want to read off, and we're going to discuss this together and everything. Hi, Miss Three. Welcome to the chat and everything. Tez got that and everything. That's a good point. And even people that watched Big Love didn't recognize her. Even live action characters look very different. That's very true. And also, child actors going to be adult actors, child actors look so much different. Sometimes when they're adult actors, they're not even looking like the same person. And I'm not saying it's because they do drugs. Sometimes it's just hair color themselves that can change a person's look as well. And yes, and provide more recent. Yes, they waited to do the doc to tell the public. Yeah, I'm like, why didn't you just tell us like sooner? You know what would have been a more proactive solution to all of that is why didn't the people who are going to make this doc, why didn't they talk to the public about this so there could be more things surrounding this and everything? Why didn't they, so then we could like all do our own research and stuff and we could have all worked on this together to find something. An example of that I would give is the Hey Dude actor. Do you guys know the Nickelodeon show Hey Dude and the Danny Lightfoot, Joe Torres? So Joe Torres was missing for like 30 something years. But Joe Torres was found, and there was a lot of things surrounding that. Like people were like, where's Joe Torres and stuff? And there were people who wanted to do a documentary on it, but there was a lot of people talking about this prior. And luckily, we didn't even have to make a documentary necessarily. There was this podcast that I was talking to that I think they were talking about the stuff that I provided in the thread that I did that gave a whole realm of information on the Joe Torres thread. and he ended up being found. He's now going to conventions and stuff with his cast members. He just didn't have internet, luckily. Like, it was just, he never transferred to the digital age. He's very old school in that sort of sense. So that's why people couldn't find him and reach out to him and stuff. So even if there was that would have been so different and everything. And yeah. So yeah, that was a whole thing in itself. So I want to read some articles and stuff regarding this. Let's just see here. I'm on my page and stuff. This might be backwards, but oh no, not in Voice Maker. Preview. Open with preview. Okay, let me just like fix this. Can you guys can see that, right? Okay. I'm gonna like lower this so I can see what I'm just gonna change my window a bit around so I can see what I'm doing, just to make sure you guys are all seeing this. Okay, so we're gonna read an article from People magazine and stuff. Take a window out. How do I take a window out? Sorry guys, for those who are here, I am just learning this right now as we speak and everything. Is it good? A separate window. Okay. Oh, okay, it makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I have a separate window right now. So I think that's working. Let me just see. Because I don't think I have anything else personal that's showing here. So, okay, I'm fine now. Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you. We're gonna just move this so that's a bit centered and stuff. Okay. No, not like that. Sorry, I am like so picky with this. Oh my god, now it looks bad. Okay. I don't know why someone's knocking on something, so what's that? Okay, let me just... okay, sorry. I am just trying to make sure that looks centered. Oh my god, why is it doing that now? Okay, wait. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. It just messed up. Okay. Let me just see here. Do I need to wait a few minutes for this to like show up or something? Or yeah, it's echo image of an echo image. Okay. Yeah, Tez, if you can call me like right now, just so I can fix this. That would be great. Okay. I'm just gonna put you on speaker if that's okay. Hey.
Okay, yeah. Hold on 1 sec. Let me mute you over here so it doesn't echo.
Oh, so it doesn't echo? Okay.
You want to have your one... Yeah, no, it's okay. You're fine. You're going to want to have your one designated window for your presentation window.
Okay.
And the other window separately. So you can drag and drop it into your main presentation window. But right now, I think you're showing the live stream window. So it's like picture in picture of the live stream.
Oh, okay.
So I think your main current window is the YouTube window.
Okay.
So you might want to...
Oh, I see.
Instead of the actual articles, you have the pictures. So that makes it a little harder. You should actually be able to take the picture and drag and drop it right onto OBS.
Okay, should I? Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that maybe and just
do that, yeah. And flip your window back because you're showing picture and like flip it back to the Daveigh Chase that you had.
Okay.
And then just drag and drop the images right into OBS.
Okay, I'll do.
And then you can resize them.
Okay, Sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna drop it right into OBS. I think I'll just do that and see if it's like okay.
Yeah, you should be able to just like drag and drop it right in, and then it adds it as an image, and then you should be able to like resize it right through OBS.
Okay.
And then the browser, like that's really to show the browser, I guess, if you're gonna show the articles, or yeah, if you have a picture up that you want to show over, but you can just drag and drop stuff in there. So if you have the picture of Daveigh Chase, and you want that as the background, you can drag and drop that in, stretch it out, and then have the images showing on top of that.
Okay,
If
and
it might make
okay.
it easier for you, so you don't have so many windows going.
Oh my god. Okay, wait 1 second. Let me just.
No, you're fine. This is why we're doing this.
This is why. This is why we're doing this. Okay, let me just. Okay.
No, Zero Infinity. It's OBS. We're doing the old-fashioned way.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that.
You have the custom.
Yes. Okay. Why isn't this
You can adjust it if you hold Shift. You can adjust the resolution of that too, so it fits in OBS.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Is that your desktop?
Yeah, that's my desktop window.
Nice. I like that.
So we're gonna do that. Oh wait. Okay. Wait. I do have a separate window for this. It just popped up. It just took a second to load. Okay. Okay. There. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's what I wanted. We're gonna do that.
Are you good?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay, I
can stay on until you're for sure. It's fine. There's
okay.
A delay too though, so I can't. Well, now you're showing your drive again. Don't show your drive. Stop showing your...
I'm trying to drag it into OBS. That's the problem.
There you go. You're fine.
Let me just
you
not.
Want to be careful with what you end up showing, just in case, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just do the wallpaper just to stay safe for now.
There you go. Yeah.
There's a fire alarm going off right now. 1 second, you guys.
You're still showing everything. You gotta just put a picture of Daveigh Chase as the background. Remove the browser out of there.
Okay. The fire alarm's going off in this room right now, by the way.
You're okay. You're fine. Have it under the frame. And then have it just
I'm gonna stop streaming, Tez. I have to stop streaming for a second because the fire alarm's like actually going off for some reason right now. Like in this building.